Hey, welcome to Swan and Eric's Eye on Anthem. We're hanging out in our downtown studios. We have a real treat for you today. And when I say treat, we mean treat, don't we?
Like a treat, like a legend.
Like a legend of
It's been a legend day.
It has been legendary.
Yeah.
But this is a American legend, not just an anthem legend.
No, you're talking me up too much already.
America's Plumber.
America's Plumber. We got Tommy Ford here with us. Tom, thanks for coming on the show.
Anytime. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hear. Let's talk about something because everyone's like, "Oh, you've got a competing podcast with Killstrom," and I'm like, "We don't compete. We're buddies. You can't compete against your buddies."
I can't catch up to you.
We're all everybody can catch. I'm easy to pass. But you guys are doing a new podcast. Pretty cool.
It's
a little
fun.
different, huh?
Yeah.
You're doing the adult version of this one, kind of,
The
right?
after hours version.
Yeah.
After hours that we strive to want to do. We always talk about it, but I don't think it'd end well if we did it. So.
No.
I think it'd be fun. You guys got to come on mine and see how it goes.
We will come on yours.
They're super fun.
Do you record like a Friday night at 8 o'clock, or what time?
We do like an afternoon after work. We'll kind of set our warehouse up, and me and Scott from Andrew Z. We just kind of sit there and smoke cigars, drink bourbon, and then invite our guests on, and we get them a little drunk, and it's fun. It's just raw. It's raw. It's fun. It's everything that you want to do on your podcast, but probably feel like you can't.
Right.
We need to go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Pipes
do it
and-
sometime.
Pipes and polish.
Pipes and polish.
Pipes and polish.
The pipes are because of the pipes, and then the polish is because of Andrew's polishing stuff all
This
day.
makes sense.
Yeah,
This
totally.
makes
It's fun.
sense.
It's super fun. They're actually fun to do.
Yeah.
They are fun. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
because there's no money in this. Like, let's be honest,
No,
there's no money in
totally
podcasts, but it's fun to do, and
It's fun
Share
to do.
stories.
it's like get your inner side out, meet great people.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely cool. Definitely.
It's fun. What were you watching a podcast that gave you the idea, or what? Like, how did you? What caused this?
Me and Scotty have been talking about it for a while. It happened, one night we're at the club, we were just drinking, and we're like, this would be fun to do. And I just stayed on him for a little bit, and finally we did it, and he's like, I love it. But he's like, it's like, oh God, what's that show back in the day?
The Odd
with
Couple?
Drunken Shakespeare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like the one that keeps us on the rails. I'm the one that kind of takes us off the rails, and yeah, it's fun though.
You got to have one of both.
Yeah, definitely.
Which one of us keeps each other on the rails?
Neither. I would say
cannot
I
be
keep it more on the
trusted.
rails. But let's talk about you. You came to Anthem from
Yeah.
New York, right?
Yep.
That's where the Liberty, All
Yeah.
American. What brought you to Anthem from the great state of New York?
God, I don't want to bore you guys with my story. I'm sure everyone's kind of sick of hearing it, but born in New York, born in Queens. I was a union plumber. Started plumbing out of high school in '92, and then kind of dating myself. But started doing it in '92, and loved it. But I always wanted to be a cop. So '97 rolled around, got the job, be a New York City cop. Took it. Realized, real shortly after that, like I'm not gonna be able to, make ends meet. New York City cop. And opened up my own plumbing company on the side and kind of did both. Met my wife, knew her for a couple years before we started dating. She was born in New York, but raised out in raised out in Arizona. But she would come in for the summers and holidays, so we got to know each other. But after the last time I came out to Arizona, we decided to date. She moved to New York, and we were in New York, and we got engaged. September 11th happened 2 days after getting engaged. She worked in the city. She saw the plane hit. I went down there. I was down there on the pile for probably 3 months straight. I don't know if you remember, but shortly after 9/11 in November, a jetliner crashed in Queens. I was there for that. So finally in December, they decided, you know what, we're going to give you some time off, let you guys take some time. So me and my wife came out to Arizona to see her family, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, someone's like, dude, go take a look at Anthem and check it out. I heard it's really nice. So go to Anthem. I see the water park. I'm like, this thing's out of control. This is awesome. I love it here. Decided, you know what, this is where we want to raise our family. And took the test for the police department, got my plumbing license, went back to New York, put my retirement papers in with the police department, shut my company down in '02, moved out to Arizona, got in my work truck with my trailer, everything I owned, tool-wise, came out here, and my father-in-law, who's been working out here as a tile guy, had me working 6 days a week within the first week I was here. And I mean, I haven't had a day off since that, and that's 23 years ago. So we've been blessed to have a good company, and that's kind of what brought us out here, you know.
Started Liberty Plumbing out here, and we were talking about this at Anthem Days recently. I remember us being in a networking group together.
Yeah.
A guy in a truck, right?
Yep.
And now look where you are.
Yeah, we've, it started off with me in the truck doing everything. Tara was doing the books and helping me with the books. We, had like 2 or 3 plumbers. Some big names came into town and really put pressure on us as a company. And in, I think it was 2008, we had a couple contractors take us for probably about $80,000. And it sent us upside down. So hired a GM back then. He helped me, kind of climb out of it so I can go out there and sell. And we fought through that. Tara, ended up being like a stay-at-home mom, and she was able to raise our kids, and that's what I always wanted for her. And then, just recently, we were always kind of word of mouth, and, had a great word of mouth business. And probably 3 years ago, I said, you know what, I want to grow this thing. I want to make it a legacy. I got my kids, I want to have something for them. And so we decided to, we hired a new general manager, and Tara came back into the business. She kind of runs a lot of it as well. She's kind of the brains behind it. And then we just, implemented small things in the company that just have made us grown. I think we had a 40% growth last year, and we're on pace for another 30% growth this year. And it's just, we try to be that medium-sized company to bigger company, to where we can provide service for everybody and get to people quick enough, where the mom and pops really are like, I'm 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
So we try to provide that, but yet still have the mom and pop feel of the company. People could still call me. We're privately owned, obviously. People could still call me, still get answers from me, still beat me up on price if they want. But they get a good service. We make sure we provide 5-star service for people, and if we don't provide it, which it happens, we make it right and do the right thing for them. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here.
Kind of going back, because I see this also happening now, and I think it's just always a thing. When you're a small business owner, there's going to be the big businesses that come back in. What kind of key takeaways could you take from that you did and implemented to help you get through that, rather than just like closing down?
I just didn't give up.
Yeah.
I didn't give up. My wife didn't give up. We fought. We kept, going out there and hustling, and we were able to get, customers that helped us kind of get through that. And, at our busiest phase before the big downturn, I wouldn't turn down anything. A lot of small contractors were like, I know you're too big for me. And I was like, nope, always have time for you. So it was the small mom and pops that stayed busy that got us through the hard times. And, just if it's me working all day long or all night long or Saturday and Sunday, and we just fought through it. And my general manager at the time, he helped me implement some stuff that, kind of prioritized what we needed to do to climb out of it. And we succeeded. We got through it.
Have you seen their social media lately? He's doing a lot of videos with his sons.
Yeah.
And they just rip into you.
They do. They're little fucking wise asses.
How old are they?
20 and 18. So
can you take them both still? Can you take them?
If I had to fight like a real man, yes. If I was going to fight them and try to not hurt
like
them,
a dad fight,
they could probably outmuscle me.
Yeah.
They're big. They're one's 4 inches taller than me, and my younger one's just completely jacked. It's funny.
I think after pipes and polish, you should probably try to take them.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll go home and try. I'll go home and do it right now. No, I'm actually pretty proud of them. They, I never really had to be hard on them, but I think they, see how me and Tara interact with each other, and I see how I interact with my wife and my employees. And I mean, I really never had to, sit them down and have that conversation with them. But, it started off with John, my oldest. I mean, he showed up for work every day 15 minutes early, and you don't see that in the industry now, but wanted to learn, wanted to absorb, super proud of him. He just he's with me about 2.5-3 years now. He's just finished his first new construction underground all by himself. So for you to understand that, you have a completely open pile of dirt, and it's completely surrounded by like a concrete stem wall, and you have to pull all your measurements in order to put all the underground plumbing in the ground. And he did it all by himself. Everything was accurate, passed inspection. So that's it's amazing to see, you know, someone doing it for that short of a time, you know, be able to do that.
That's your legacy.
Yeah. And then my youngest is, you know, jumping right in, and guys like working with him. Sometimes they ask for him as a, you know, an apprentice because he hustles, and it's fun. It's actually very rewarding to see them, and I'm super proud of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you kind of see next for Liberty?
You know, I just want to keep growing this thing. I want to really, you know, bring my employees and kind of lift everybody up at once. You get guys that come in the door that are, you know, good human beings, but, you know, they're struggling. Everyone's battling something, and I want to get them out of that, and I want to get them to a point where they can be happy with their lives. And I just want to, you know, grow as a team and keep growing until, you know, the boys could take it over possibly, and if they want it. And I just, you know, want to involve some of my employees and see if they want to help, you know, grow it to the next level and be part of it for the future. But, you know, I want to grow it to the point where I can still give good customer service and not sacrifice that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be one of these big companies that just, you kind of lose track of who you are.
That personal touch.
Yeah.
I texted him an SOS yesterday. I should have just called the office, but I was like, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. My phone never ends. I can feel it vibrating on my couch here nonstop. So,
Right.
But
What's your biggest hurdle right now, do you feel like, in your business?
We were just talking about this. So one of the biggest hurdles is you put, you know, procedures in place to handle everything. And then 3 months later, your growth you grow out of your procedures, and you're constantly changing them. You know, finding good people is hard, but we've been blessed with finding that. And one of our future wants is to start to develop kids, you know, from a young age, and
trade school.
Yeah, and get them in. You know, some of the companies that we have here locally were bought out, and they're bought out by BlackRock, and BlackRock has just invested a ton of money into trade schools. So that should kind of show you the future of what's coming. There's not nearly going to be enough plumbers, electricians, and HVAC guys for the infrastructure that we're going to start seeing. So we've been talking about this at Liberty. We want to introduce the trades to kids at a young age, whether it's, you know, at the middle school age or the high school age, but we want them to know that they don't have to feel pressured to go to college.
Yeah.
They don't have to feel pressure to be, you know, to get a degree. I mean, there's guys that, I mean, my two sons, I mean, they didn't go to college, and, you know, they're making, you know, my oldest is probably making $70,000, $80,000 a year, and, you know, my youngest, who's 18 years old, is on pace to make $50,000 a year, and that's base level. So it's out there. I'd love for kids to know that it's out there, and whether they come to work for us or I, you know, send them to another plumbing company, that's one of our, you know, friends, competitors. We just want to build the industry, and I think that's going to be a tremendous need for the Valley here soon.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you ever have the fear of your employees leaving and starting their own company? And has it ever happened to you? And
it has, you know, and we've helped them. You know, I've had a couple employees that wanted to go out on their own, and I've helped them. You know, we sign off on their license. You know, they call me on advice for, you know, what do you do for trucks or vehicles, or what do you do in this situation? Sometimes they will, you know, sell a big job that they don't have the manpower for, and we do it for them. And so we kind of help each other. But I'm of the mind that you treat your competitors with respect, and you stay friends. And, you know, I've had that, you know, relationship with, you know, some of the Ringy brothers, and I think it's paid off for all of us in the long run. And, you know, you always treat people with respect, and you get respect back. But it's common. People do definitely want to start their own company, which is good. I mean, it helps the industry.
In any industry, yeah. I feel like that's the case. I'm sure you've trained people that up in...
Oh, geez, thousands of them, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What would you feel like your biggest piece of advice would be to someone starting their own small business in a similar industry or something like that? What do you wish you knew back then?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, we used to, up until 3-4 years ago, we were writing all our invoices on paper. So, get yourself a good CRM system that can manage your customers. Everything's kind of automated now, and with AI, it helps you. And but the biggest thing for companies starting out, it's not so much a money thing anymore, because you can kind of get around that. But you got to answer your phones. You got to show up on time, and you got to provide the correct service and the right service. And if, God forbid, that service doesn't go right, you have to stand by your product. And whether you hire one guy or 2 guys or 40 guys, you always have to stand by that. They say the customers are always right. Sometimes they're not right. But you know what? You still have to honor it. You still have to give, and you can't be that, miserable plumber out there that wants to fight with everybody. Yeah. And you know what? You just, I could walk into any bar, restaurant, any place in town and never have to worry about, a customer there that, I'd wronged or, treated like shit, So I think that's very important for a new business owner.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially in a town like Anthem, or any kind of small community.
Oh yeah, they'll get you.
They will.
They'll get you.
They'll eat you
get
up.
you quick.
Eat you alive.
Especially with social media these days. I mean, it's not even the small towns as much. Like it's just in general. Like someone can destroy you on social media for not even doing wrong.
Yeah. I think we've been lucky because the customers, even if we've done something wrong, we make it right. Yeah. And most people know in town that, I'm here to do the right thing by people, and I feel like we've always had good relationships with our customers, our coworkers, our competition, our colleagues, and I feel like they wouldn't bash me because, we try our best. I mean, they may say, Liberty's too expensive. I found, another guy that's, cheaper, but, with what we do comes with an expense. I mean, we train our guys on everything. We train them to do the job the right way. We train them on customer service and train them on their appearance. So there's a lot of training that goes on, and that creates overhead. And we have we provide brand new trucks for customers, so that for our employees, so that they have all the tools necessary to show up to a job and get 99% of the problems fixed. And it helps with customer service, but it all comes with a cost. Yeah. We treat our employees pretty good. They have 401ks. They have the ability. They have health insurance. So that kind of all adds up, and that's sometimes why the overheads gets up there and gets a little high. So
people think us small business owners are millionaires.
I know. I wish it was.
We're
trying. That easy. Yeah. Yeah. Trying our best.
Doing our best.
Yeah. So we also, which is pretty exciting, is a couple years ago we launched a division up in Flagstaff. And just recently, 6-8 months ago, we launched a division in Prescott too. So it's kind of fun to be in 3 different areas and see the 3 different climates and the type of customers. But again, hugely successful. Pick up your phone, show up when you say, fix what you're going to do, and that's easy. I mean, that's the part of it right there.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah.
I feel like I should backtrack and ask, what does Liberty do? Like, what are all the different types of services that you offer?
So we do anything from changing a toilet flapper out to building, a 4-story apartment complex. So we work on toilets, repair toilets, install toilets, faucet change outs. We specialize in water heaters. We can do tank water heaters, tankless water heaters, all types of water treatment. We could get your water safe for drinking. We do remodel work. So if you're kind of just, remodeling the bathroom, we can kind of, do the plumbing for you, for you or for your contractor. And then we have a construction division as well, and we're doing like big work, like remodeling big schools, couple ground up schools. We do some industrial work. And then we have a division also that is working on super high-end custom homes. So we got about maybe 10 or 15 houses we're doing now, ground-up houses. And, we go into the ground, do all the underground plumbing, and then when they frame it up, we put all the pipes in the wall. We specialize in like super high pressure gas, high end fire features. So there's really not much we don't do.
How do you, this is a really good one, you lead so many different people. So you're the top of the food chain of Liberty, and you have all these different personalities and whatnot, and the more you take on, like that's quite a few employees and whatnot under your belt. What's your best leadership strategy?
So, I mean, I just learned this myself, even from my general manager, Tommy, but, we built an organizational chart. We put it up on the wall so everyone sees where they're at. And then you just kind of put people in the places that that you need them,
their
right?
Strengths,
So, we have a person that someone that runs our service department. We have someone that runs our construction install department, and then everybody underneath there, we delegate some type of task to them. And it's not easy. I mean, it's definitely not easy. Like if the call center, we have issues in the call center. My GM get stuck in there. So, but it's a learning process, and we started to hire good people and try to train them to what our needs are. That's kind of a philosophy that we're trying to work for. Instead of trying to find the best person to answer phones, we find someone that's a really good person that cares, that has empathy, and then we train them to answer the phone. So, but it's definitely a work in progress. It's always a moving target. I mean, the growth that we have right now is very hard to keep up with, and like I said, strategies are always changing. But it's always a complex thing for us to navigate.
When do you take time for you?
I don't.
Turn pipes and polish.
Yes.
I don't really get much time to myself. I mean, if me and my wife go away, or we go to California, or we go up north, it's the phone's nonstop ringing. So, but we're getting better. The guys are our internal leadership are learning, and they're getting better, and they're stepping up, and we hope that there's a end in sight to the chaos, and we hope that we're taking the steps.
It ebbs and flows.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. It's tough, but it's exciting. It could be worse, right?
Right.
I mean,
we wouldn't
do
it
if
we.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be worse.
It could be in Iran right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You want it bad.
Yeah.
He just took it.
I could be living back in New York with New York City cop getting yelled at and screamed at, and it could be worse.
It doesn't sound ideal.
No. It was bad back then when I was there.
I think you made the right choice.
Yeah.
Who was mayor when you were a cop?
It was Giuliani.
Oh.
I worked under Giuliani.
He was trying to clean it all up at the time, right?
Yeah. When we were when I was a cop, my last few years I worked like plainclothes narcotics, and we were tasked in our precinct getting the guns off the street and getting the drugs off the street, and it was a pretty aggressive tactic that we had, but it worked. I mean, it cleaned it up. I mean, shootings were down, and it's just so hard to see where it is now and how bad it's got. So,
do you go back? Do you visit family and whatnot?
We went back. We used to go back every summer and enjoy our summers, but it's gotten so expensive and so dirty, and so it's just not enjoyable. My wife loves to go back. I like to go back. Unfortunately, I go back for funerals or things that happen, but other than that, we plan on making a trip. Try to make another trip there shortly, but it's built. They're building Phoenix up and Scottsdale up so nice. It's like, why would you go back? You can get the food here now. You can get the hotels here now. It's just, sometimes it's fun to just stay here in town.
Some nice resorts with some water parks.
Yeah, totally. Or shoot over to Vegas for a little bit, and that's our that's what we do. Yeah.
Quick drive.
Yeah, it's easy, super easy.
Where does everybody find Liberty? Website?
Yeah, so if you look us up on Google, it's libertyplumbingaz.com. You can go to our social media pages. You'll see some pretty funny content. We have some good content getting ready to come out, and we got some social media surprises on the horizon.
Oh, gosh.
So
this is getting exciting.
This is exciting.
Yeah, my social media guy's really good. We're super happy with him. He's got some really good ideas, and then we're looking at possibly somebody else to bring on in house, and we're gonna take it to the next level.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I feel like the marketing, the advertising, I feel like is all going to shift to social media.
Yeah.
I mean, we see so much response with that.
100%.
So,
And there's ADHD. Everyone's ADHD. You got to get something out there quick that they can.
Yeah. We're going to launch our TikTok here soon, which we're excited about.
Are you going to dance?
Maybe.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Perfect. You got
Perfect.
anything else?
No, I love
That
it,
was
guys.
easy.
Great.
I know.
Yeah.
That was easy. No hard questions. I like it.
We'll
you
save
want
those
some hard
for
ones?
Yeah.
When an elbow and a copper no, I'm just kidding. I can just made that shit. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You did great.
Thank you. Well, I had 2 new houses in Anthem, so I didn't need Tom. And then when I
Right.
bought my third house was a used home. I don't even resale.
Yeah.
And then I needed Tom.
Yeah, we're always
fix my
there for you
shower.
guys.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, and you sponsor everything, and you're very involved in the community.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we try to always. That's one thing
Give back.
important is when you use local companies, your money goes back into the community. Whereas some of these big companies that come in with private equity, the money leaves the town. So it's, it's with anything, with any other town, right? Like the money leaves. And
keep it local. That was our saying for years at the
I
chamber.
tell people this
right?
all the time. Yeah, because it's like we're the ones sponsoring your football team, your kids' gymnastics gear, like all of these different things, as opposed to the big corporate guys who are not, right?
Yeah. They don't do nothing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the invite to your golf tournament. Jeez, I thought I would get one by now.
Oh, would you stop? You're always invited. It was you're invited. You want to come to my golf tournament?
You heard it here first.
How much money you need?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Oh God, it's not about the money. It's
I know,
about the
I'm totally kidding.
But $10,000.
It is. Maybe we could start. I would love to start a program that teaches these young kids the trades, introductions to the trades. I'd love to eventually get a building to where we can train kids. So maybe we can work on that together.
Please do, because I will send my 16-year-old immediately.
Yeah. We're going to do some internships if he wants to try it out.
He needs to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
talk. We got lots of friends.
Yeah.
We can make stuff like this happen.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom, for coming.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks
We're
for coming
excited to be on
Casey. Yeah,
yours.
oh, we can't wait.
I
I'm ready.
can't wait.
Friday.
For what?
To come on
Come on,
yours.
Pipes and
Oh,
Polish.
yeah,
Polish.
let's do it. Yeah.
I'm going to call it Pipes and Polish. It's got
Pipes and
Polish.
Well,
All right, go have a great week. I'm getting her out of here before she keeps talking.
Clayton Boop called it polish my pipe.
Shocker.
Basically, yeah.
All right, good. Peace out. Have a great week.
They're kicking me out of here. We'll see you
Yeah,
later.
Wow.